Scorpio.
Hello Scorpio, this is your March forecast for 2013, and let me tell you, we have such a special chart going on here for this month for all of you star signs. But for you Scorpios, let me tell you, last month we were talking about the stellium, the little group of planets that were traveling together. They were in your 4th house. They've all now moved into your 5th house of true love and also that of your children. And whatever creative projects you're working on, let me tell you though, you have the Sun, Mercury, New Moon, Venus, Mars, and Neptune there. They're all focused on this one area of your chart. So it means that anything to do with your children, it may be a fabulous month for that. If you're working on anything creative with your self-expression, it's going to be coming out in that way. It can have to do with designs, or it could do with projects. And also if it is about true love, well, you will see that it's going to turn into a very romantic month, to the point where some of you might find yourself pregnant here in March. Just because the universe now is focusing on you right here, right now. There's only 3 other planets out and about in the rest of your solar scope, you know, and they're long-term planets. So they're not doing so much that they haven't been doing the last couple of months, or what they're going to be doing in the next couple of months. We have there Saturn in your 1st house. We've talked about that, where you're taking on a lot of responsibility and have been throughout these last few months to the last half a year. But then again, now Saturn has gone retrograde, so it's asleep. It's not going to be pushing too much onto you. You can take a step back until July. It's still working though, they're in the background, but you're going to feel that something is lifting a little bit now. So that's the good news of Saturn here in March. Then we have Uranus in the 6th house, so that is your day-to-day routines. You know, there's up times and down times and busy times, and that's going to do its dance over the next few years in the same area. So not too much going on there either this month. And then we have Pluto in the 3rd house for siblings and short distance travel and communication and how you communicate. And you're really honing your skills in on speaking, Scorpios. You're voicing your voices, and we know how private you are normally, and having Pluto there is not making it that much more easier when it comes to your privacy. So this is also going to be coming up this month, because you're going to have several transits affecting Pluto here. So it's like things that you've been observing or thinking or feeling for a while, Pluto is going to want this to come out, and you're going to do it in a delicate, beautiful way here to your partner, loved one, or children this month. We're going to go through all the different dates from the 1st and throughout the month. But first of all, I want to say thank you for all the comments and feedback that I have received from you, and not to mention also all the emails. I'm getting questions from you Scorpios, and you know, I can give this much here in a YouTube, but there's not all that much that can be shared within a 12-14 minute video. But I have now set up classes for this very reason, so you and I can meet there one-on-one with the group in your specific star sign, so we can go through your monthly charts where you can ask questions, get the answers, and also hobnob there a little bit. So a little bit later in the video here, you'll find a link. Click on it if you're interested to know more. But let's start on the top of your chart here. On the 1st, we have the Sun communicating with Pluto, and we were talking about how Pluto likes to keep things a little private and keep it a little personal, but see, now the Sun is coming there, so there's things that you're going to want to voice very early on the 1st day of March, which is a good thing, and you're coming across with a sense of authority, because the Sun is also trine Saturn on this day. So whatever it is you're presenting, I see you presenting it in a very sound way. It's between the 3rd house and this house of either your children, but it could also be creative projects. So if you are going to have a presentation, let me just say that, if you're presenting something to the higher ups, the 1st is a perfect day to do so. I see you gathering all your concepts and your information, putting it out there. The 4th is also a very good day for communication. Your Venus might feel a little squished as far as perhaps maybe your income or the pay that you're receiving. Maybe Jupiter is feeling that you deserve more due to the responsibilities that's been added on to you here lately, these last few months, and not really earned more because of it. So you might be thinking that you'd like to say something about that, but don't say it quite yet between the 1st and the 4th, because on the 6th, that will be the day. Venus is then sextile that Pluto in your 3rd house, meaning that you're going to be able to communicate very balanced, very straightforward, but also in a very pleasant way, because Venus does everything in a charming and pleasant way, and it's being supported by Saturn as well. Saturn is your sense of self and self-worth, and you have that in the 1st house right now. So you're going to be able to kind of bring it across in a way where it's not, you know, pointing fingers or any hard edges. You're just in a matter-of-factly way saying, this is what I'm doing, have been doing, and this is what I'm going to be doing, and this is what I deserve. Great day for you, Scorpions, to ask for a raise. You might get a promotion also here, because I'm seeing how these talks are really pinpointing all the facts that you've and research that you've been working on. Mercury is conjunct Venus. Mercury is also trine Saturn here on the 7th. Mercury is also sextile Pluto, and Saturn is sextile Pluto. So let me talk about a powerhouse of these energies from your 5th house of your creative projects to the 3rd house of communication, the 1st house of your sense of self. Okay, so I hope for you that you have a huge presentation to give out, because in that case you'll be very successful and it will be very well received. And then comes the other part of the excitement this month, which makes March very special, because it starts off strong, then it's going to die out for like 2.5 weeks. Everything that was initiated there early month might go very quiet. Don't let that give you heebie-jeebies. It just means that these seniors or higher up bosses will be contemplating what you put forward, and they're going to come back in a serious manner here at the end of the month on the 26th and 27th. Not much going on until then, but then you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 transits coming in back to back, and that will be the result of whatever talks you had early March. So on the 11th, yes, there's a new moon. Place your intentions. Once again, it's in your 5th house of true love, children, self-expression, creativity, and that, you know, ask for more time. So you plant that intention for the full year. And then we have Mars moving into Aries, which is your 6th house here on the 11th. And then followed by Venus also into the 6th house of Aries on the 21st. So that's all that's going to be taking place here mid-month. So let's jump to the 26th. We have Mars then sextiling Jupiter. Mars will be in your 6th house, have just moved into there. And so it's coming from co-workers, your day-to-day routines. Jupiter now, which is direct, which is going to expand upon how you're going to be working and rearranging these routines. If you feel and if you voice that it was too busy here these last few months, now that Saturn has backed off, you might feel that you can have a different daily routine at work where it's not going to be that busy. Mars is also square Pluto, so you might have been feeling a little oppression of wanting to get going, getting on with the new. That is coming through here on the 26th, so that's also like a key in the lock. Your engines are up and running, and there will be some healing on inner portions. We've got Jupiter here square Chiron, so whatever has been little time perhaps to think about yourself and your feelings due to everything that has been these last months, this is a time where you're just going to feel that you can embrace that, you know, and be one with yourself. The sun and the moon is opposed on this day, so it's more like looking at your full spectrum of your chakras, you know, from Kundalini and up, and how you want to kind of perhaps realign them here on the 26th. Then on the 27th, a lot taking place, and these 2 days may merge into one just due to the way the energies are beaming at you. You will have a beautiful news flash here with Venus conjuncting the Sun on the 27th. Venus is also conjuncting Uranus, so not only is that a news flash, but it could be something totally unexpected coming in, which Uranus normally comes as the unknown factor, but it's a good, pleasant one because the Sun is also conjunct Uranus. This will be in your 6th house, so it could be something coming from co-workers that will give you great kudos for good work, good job done. It could be anything from your day-to-day routines that suddenly something opens up that you will now, this month, start feeling that you can have a little bit more time to do things that you need to do for you, because it has been an extremely busy time with family. All through March, it's been a lot of time here with the children, with all these 6 planets in that house. So yeah, you know, you might do something very special for yourself here on the 27th, and also it is a new moon, you know, so it's harvest time. From the good intentions you sowed there on March 11th, now you'll see it coming together for you. It's going to be in your 12th house. So once again, I'm feeling that you might be able to take this day off and go do something, retreat, you know, and combine mind, body, and spirit, and just be one and find that Zen on the 27th. And Mercury is there with Pluto, wrapping up talks from the month, looking back over the month, and being really pleased with yourself, the way things worked out. So good for you, Scorpions. I'm really excited. You know, do post your comments how things are coming together for you this month, so your fellow Scorpions can see what is really taking place in your communal solar scopes, and hopefully they will do that for you too, because it is a very rare month, March 2013. So be sure to read or listen to your moon sign and your rising sign, that of your partner, so you know what's going on with him and her too in this very special month. And also do, if you're interested to see the upcoming classes, click on the link, and I will see you soon. Bye now.